Welcome to part 2 of me making a few zipper tumblers. We're now ready to tape off the vinyl sections of these. We're doing this so that I can easily spray paint the exposed stainless steel sections without getting any tape on the vinyl. So you're going to lay down painter's tape and hold it tightly, pulling with some tension so that it's easier to lay this down neatly right up against the edge of the vinyl. So I taped off the bottom. You can really do this in any order that you want to, but I like to do the bottom one and then come up towards the top and tape off the V, like split section of the tumblers as well. I'm using the same technique for these edges where I'm just going slow and pulling tightly so it's easy to get the edge of the tape right up to the edge of the vinyl. So once I get up to the top here, I rip off my tape. And I'm kind of using my nail there to get along the edge of the vinyl. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and cut the tape off right at the edge of the vinyl so that you have clean, crisp lines. Now I'm going to speed this up. I'm just doing the same thing on the other side of the V. And then I'm going to go back and just cover up all the rest of the vinyl. Now it's important once you get all this tape on here to make sure that it is laying completely flat on the edges. Like if you have little pockets hanging open, you'll definitely get some spray paint mist in there and it will get on your vinyl. So once you get everything taped, just take a few seconds to go over each crease and make sure that none of the vinyl is exposed. And on some of these sections, when you get to the tighter areas, I'm just folding over, kind of making a little tab. It'll make it easier to peel the painter's tape off later. So see, I'm running my finger along the edges of the tape there just to make sure that it's down tight. And we're going to do this to all 3 of the tumblers that I'm working on. So as you can see here, I have them all taped off, and now we're ready to go spray paint. So you'll have to forgive me, I definitely had some technical issues while making all of these videos. And at this particular time, it's kind of hard to tell, but it was really, really windy out and the wind kept shifting direction. So I was kind of having to spray the paint closer to the cans than what I normally do because it was just so windy. And then I was worried about it also coming back and getting on my camera. But we made it work. We made it work. So I painted 2 of them white. I ended up changing my mind and keeping one of them white and spray painting one of them light pink. The Scream one I figured would look better with pink glitter than white glitter. So this is kind of a good time to explain the purpose of spray painting your tumblers. I mean, you don't have to do this, but it really, really helps bring the brightness out of your glitter if your base of your tumbler matches the color of the glitter that you're going to be using. It really helps with coverage, and it helps with the amount of glitter that you're going to have to use to get the tumbler covered well and get that really bright, consistent color. So I really, really try to paint my tumblers the same color of the glitter that I'm going to be using. So now the paint, I let that dry for about, 45 minutes. I'm now going to apply glitter to these tumblers using UV resin. Now it's entirely up to you. There are several methods that you can use to apply glitter. I usually use the epoxy method, but for these, I'm wanting to get them done a little bit faster, so I'm using UV resin for this initial coat. So I am using CCDIY's UV resin. I'm really, really satisfied with their UV resin. I think it works really well. I have used some other brands that just don't completely cure fast enough under the UV. Like they're still left sticky. And I really, really like this brand. It completely cures when you use it correctly. So I'm just applying some of the UV resin on here on the exposed areas, and then we're going to apply the glitter. So I have the UV resin on the top. I'm now putting it on the bottom exposed area. And then I'm going to use, this is my own brand glitter. If anybody's interested, I can attach the link. You can purchase it on my website. And I am using parchment paper to catch the glitter, the extra glitter that's falling off of here. You can use, you know, an extra sheet of like computer paper or whatever you would like. I really like using parchment because the glitter does not stick to the parchment paper. You can reuse it over and over again. So I got the bottom done there. I'm going to do the same thing to the top, applying the glitter, making sure that I am getting the glitter everywhere, that I have the base coat and the epoxy here. It's really important to pay attention because sometimes you do just miss a spot. Maybe you don't get as much resin in an area as you did everywhere else, so you might need to go back and fix a little patch. So just make sure you're paying attention, knocking off the excess glitter. And I'm going to set this tumbler aside for a second and continue to glitter the other 2 tumblers that we have. I'm going to pour back that extra glitter in the container, move on to the pink tumbler. Same exact steps here. I'm using UV resin. Going to make sure that my exposed area is completely covered, and then we will apply the glitter. This pink glitter is not my own brand. If you guys are interested in knowing where I purchased this glitter from, I can look and send you that information. I really apologize. My third tumbler, I had recording issues, so I did not get painting it down for you guys, but I do have a third tumbler that we're working on. Now that we have the glitter on here, it is important to make sure that you peel off the painter's tape, at least what is right up to the edge of the glitter where you have the epoxy, before you cure it. If you cure it first, you're going to have a really hard time getting that tape off of there. So I'm taking the tape off of these tumblers so that I can then use my UV lamp to cure the resin. Okay, so I am using my UV lamp here. I did 3 sets of 99 seconds for each tumbler to get them cured. I just make sure that I consistently spin the tumblers to get full coverage, and the end product for now is this.